Hey guys, welcome back to SlydeBytes. If you're not familiar with the channel, this is a budget guitar and gear review channel, and if you are familiar with the channel, welcome back. So one of the things I like to do, obviously, I do like to do guitar reviews and bass and guitar guitar amplifier and bass amplifier, just all kinds of reviews on this channel for different stringed instrument in the guitar category stuff. I like to review that stuff. It's fun for me, and I like trying to show people that you can get great deals and great gear on a budget these days. You don't have I feel like guitar and music in general should be accessible to everybody. It's an art, and it shouldn't be locked by price. Anyway, so one of the things, though, I'd like to do when I'm not reviewing gear is kind of show the differences in, different types of gear and how they sound and how it works and all that kind of thing. And I like to do tone testing. So we're going to do that for a little bit, because I am surrounded by random guitars. I got like 24 guitars, and I've got a bunch of amps, a whole range of amps all around this soon-to-be studio. And we're going to take a dive into some differences between, I've got tube amps, I've got modeling amps, and I've got, it's just generalized solid state amps. I got all kinds of stuff up here. And some of it's hybrid too. So I figured today we're gonna start playing a little bit of a game here. It's Halloween season, let's play a game. No. Anyway, so I'm gonna play a game called, or we're gonna play a game together called, really, it's you playing, because I know what's happening, but you won't. We're going to play Guess the Tube Amp. Spot the Tube Amp, if you will. Or Spot the Valve Amp, if you're overseas. I'm going to plug into a tube amp, or valve amp, and I'm going to plug into something else. It could be a digital amp, it could be, a solid state, traditional form, it could be a hybrid, it could be something else. You're not going to see it. All you're going to see is a guitar rig, or amp rig A and an amp rig B, and that's all you're going to know. I'm going to let you guys kind of guess. You can comment, as we're watching along here and see which one is which and even say what sounds better to you. Comment. Just be kind, be polite. Everyone's going to have different opinions on this and different, you're going to hear different things. But I am recording straight into a camera. This gets uploaded. There's no special editing or anything. There's no trickery. This is literally just 2 amps, camera, and I'm going to edit for time. That's all I ever do. I don't ever do anything that's going to change how things sound. You guys are going to hear this basically just as the camera catches it, and that's what we're going with. It's how we always do things on this channel. What do you think sounds better as we're going through this? Not real scientific or anything. It's just I'm going to play you some stuff. We're going to do moderately clean at first, and then we're going to go into some heavier or grittier. I won't say heavier. We're going to go into some grittier stuff. Guitar today is my very first guitar. I hadn't touched this in like a month or two. I had just been playing some of the other guitars, and I just came up with this old Squire. My first guitar, when I 6-string guitar, not my first guitar. I started on bass a year prior, but I got this one at 16, and this thing was in tune. It didn't go out of tune at all. It's been such a great guitar to me. I love this thing. Let's go ahead and get into this, guys. Let's go ahead and start playing. We're going to start off with clean, and we're not going to tell you what amplifier we're using. We'll reveal at the end. Take a guess. We'll do clean tones. Then on each amplifier, we're going to do 2 amps, and see if you can guess the tube amp in between these. Here we go, amp 1. So. By the way, we are in double drop D. I should have said that. Alright guys, this is going to be amp B. Clean. I do my best to play similar riffs here. Go hear some dirty. Here we go. Amp A, dirty. now we're going to try amp B dirty. So I'm going to do my best to keep the riffs fairly similar. I'm not the greatest guitarist, forgive me for that, but we're going to do our best. So, again, I'm not the world's greatest guitar player. Forgive me if I made a few mistakes in there. I know I did. I heard them. I'm sure you did too. So what did you think? Was amp A the tube amp or amp B the tube amp? Playing them, I definitely heard similarities. I also heard vast differences. I hope you did too. I hope that comes across fairly well through just, this little camera setup here I have here. So what do you think? What was I playing through today? I've shown tube amps on here, and I've also shown so many other amps. What do you think? We're going to give you a second. Go ahead and type in down there. Again, I definitely heard some major differences and some similarities, and I was actually pretty happy, especially when that dirty, to hear just how, and the clean really. I definitely will say this. I personally find a clean channel, if you're just going for a clean channel with maybe just a little bit of grit or whatever in there, I like a lot of digital and solid state amplifiers. If you're going for gritty stuff, I tend to prefer actual tube amps, especially if you're wanting something that breaks up naturally. So let's go ahead and take a look at what I have. Amp B is the Bugera V5 Infinium. It is a great little amplifier. I love that thing. I did boost the gain up, and the tone is where it was for the first demo, the clean demo. Reverb is about 7 right now. That's just to it is only an 8-inch speaker, and it just doesn't push as much air as the other amp, which is the Marshall Code 50, which is a 12-inch speaker, and a lot more. Obviously, this is a digital modeling amplifier. This is an all-valve single-channel amplifier. So the Marshall, again, all digital. Bugera, all-valve, 12AX7 EL84 driven amplifier. So I gave the reverb a little bit more push, just to give it a little bit more full sound versus, I was hoping it would do that anyway. Because when you're comparing an 8-inch speaker versus a 12-inch speaker, you're going to want to give it a little bit of a push, a little bit of help, because it's going to need that. It's not going to fill up a room as well as like a 12-inch speaker. So let's go back over here. So what did you think? Which sounded better? My personal opinion is this. Amp A, the Marshall Code 50, for clean tone any day of the week, I'd probably go with that. For edge of breakup or just for breakup, depending on what I'm doing, it's a toss-up for me. It really is. I really, again, when I'm playing slide or whatever, I want the tube amp. I'm going to gun it, and I'm going to use that gain and that grit in a natural way to kind of give some cool slide sounds when I'm playing slide guitar. And it does sound good. Like, but I feel like the Marshall was definitely a little bit grittier, a little crunchier, and I think it got close. I've named that channel on the Marshall. The first one was SlydeBytes Clean, which you've heard on this channel before. The second channel I was using for distortion on the Marshall Code 50 was Gunned EL84 combo, which is, again, something that is very common among slide guitar players and blues players as well, taking small combo amps. And the whole thing with that was I selected to, every bit of that it's literally running off an EL84 based, model on there and everything. It was made I did my best to make that sound like my Bugera. And I did hear similarities in the breakup, but also heard differences. If I were just playing around, or if I wasn't going to do a lot of slide stuff, I probably would do, if I needed heavier blues, I probably would go Marshall Code 50. I needed something a little more natural, still a little bit cleaner, I'd still go Bugera. Because it's breaking up a little more naturally. It's not as hard of a breakup, if that makes sense. It's just a more natural breakup, and it's a little bit, again, cleaner. It's cleaner both in how it does. It's not as much gain, but it's also cleaner in the way it breaks up, which is what tube amps are supposed to do. Again, it's two very different approaches. I really like the sound of both. I really do. I do use the Code 50 quite a bit. I also use the Bugera quite a bit. So what did you guys think? Tell me what you preferred. Did you spot the tube amp? Could you tell which one was which in this video? I hope it came through pretty well. Again, I'm sorry I'm not the greatest guitar player. Forgive me. I have been playing for 16 years, but I've never claimed to be a good one. So, anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate all of you keep coming back and watching the channel. Please like and subscribe if you feel like I've earned it. It helps this little channel grow. We've got some more testing or some more stuff we're going to try here. I'm excited because this is a big project I've been wanting to do for a while. Guys, please check me out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, SoundCloud. For now, I'm not sure if the SoundCloud thing's going to keep lasting for much longer. It doesn't seem to gain much traction, so and I don't overly like the platform, just the way it works. But yeah, I'm on all those original guitar music. My Gunpla hobby where I'm making Gundam suits on Instagram and original music over there and all kinds of fun stuff all over the place. And you can catch all these on Twitter, all these uploads from all the projects over on Facebook and Twitter. I try to post what I can, both back and forth over there every few days. Anyway, so guys, thanks again so much. I appreciate all of you. Keep shredding, partners. Thank you. See you soon. More content always in the works.